Hey, thank you for clicking play. You're essentially watching, well, my first video on 005 AGIMA of 2022, but this is also really a test video, so please forgive me if sound is out of sync. I'll explain as we go on. Essentially, this is my Google Pixel XL that I was given by a neighbor a few years ago, and I always cheapskate on phones. So this was the best phone I'd had in a long time, but this has finally, well, it's not given up the ghost. Here it is, complaining that I've tried to sign in on another device, the device you're watching on now, funnily enough. And yes, I know you've got no SIM. And this has been great. This has been a great phone for me to get into doing this kind of stuff. As you'll have noticed, I haven't figured out how to lock there's some wonderful functions on the new phone, which I'll talk to you about in a minute. But this is, the battery life has started to suck. It's only got 32 gig of storage, and it started to get upset about orientation. It would flip orientation in the operating system, even though I was holding the phone, you know, upright or whatever. So it was becoming frustrating. So I had to get a new phone, and I have once again cheaped out. So I've just got a Nokia 5.4, which in Australia here is just a $300 phone. But I'm actually quite impressed. I would say, obviously the Pixel XL is now an old phone, and I would say what I've bought is another phone that is essentially on par. So I'm quite happy with that. I'm using the stock camera at the moment, but inside this there is another feature called cinematic, so I may play with that in the future. I was having a look at the features earlier, and it's got all sorts of fascinating features, including changing the shutter speed, which would be cool if I do some video of playing a game on a CRT, which I know some of you are very picky about. So that looks like that's going to be a useful feature, but when you use cinematic it goes extra widescreen, so there's fors and against. But other than that, it's got nice. I know I signed in on a Nokia 5. Shut up. I'm in that between two phones stage. So that's what I got, and that is what you're watching me on now. So bear with me as I get used to it. The only test I've done is just to make sure it's actually coming through the black headphones, the new black headphones that came with it. So that will be slightly different for you as well. So what's coming up this year? Well, a few exciting things, I hope. This area will start to change a little bit just because it needs to. The A1200 really needs to get a better signal into this screen, so I'll probably get a RGB to SCART and then a SCART to HDMI for this screen, or move screens around between the A500 and the 1200. Not sure yet. That might make more sense actually. Keep that composite and have these two as SCART, because I've got a SCART cable for that, for the +3. You can't see what I'm pointing at, can you? Look at this, terrible. But look, those of you that have, I know I'm new to the A1200, can you spot something new? My light's working, I fixed those. So Godfrey very kindly gave me the original light set, which I plugged in and that worked, and then I managed to fix the cable that connects this brand. So this is a brand new light set. So that's fantastic. So that works. And if I throw in a disc, then that works. Now the hard drive light isn't working. There's a video by Jan Beta if you have that issue as well, which I'll try and mod. So basically the compact flash adapter for the hard drive needs a mod on it to make this work, if I've got the same model. So I don't like pulling things apart when I don't have to, so I'll leave it for now, but it would be good to get that flickering away as well. But I'm happy, and it's amazing. That's a separate video, but it really is amazing how just seeing these lights working changes how I feel about this A1200. It's really bizarre. It feels more complete. Just that one simple thing of the fact that it shows life whilst in use. So I'm really happy about that. A couple of other things in the background of no consequence at the moment, but as we go forward, yeah, things will start to make sense. What's also changed in this room, you're not apparently a YouTuber. All this time I've been not Billy No Mates, Billy No Case. Because you're not a real YouTuber unless you've got Billy bookcases. And I've been Billy No Cases. And now, let's have a look over here. If I come over here, behind me here is the corner Billy bookcase of awesomeness. So I will change camera orientation in a second and show you that. But just going back to how this is a video test, on my Pixel XL, I would, whenever I video, I would have to take footage off of this and run it through a program called Handbrake. Flipping heck. Otherwise, if I didn't run it through Handbrake, basically use it as a variable frame rate, and you can't tell when you're editing the audio is going out of sync until you finish your edit and nothing's in sync. So there's an extra step to my process where every file I record, I have to run through Handbrake to rectify that problem and then throw it into Premiere to edit and then export, and in the perfect world, everything works. So I'll be interested to see this one that you're going to watch now. Well, I'll put in the comments whether I had to run it through Handbrake. That's what I'll do. So I will try and edit it without running it through Handbrake, and if my sync, if it goes out of sync, then I'll have to rectify that and I'll put it through Handbrake and re-edit. So that's going to be a pain in the arse, isn't it? Damn, that's going to be a pain. Well, anyway, I'll see. I just don't want to post up a video that's out of sync, so I'll see how I go. Right, flick the camera around and I'll give you a tour of the new bookcase and just a few little Christmas retro related pickups, and we'll go from there. Okay, so this is the front-facing camera now, which is always a little bit nicer. There on my main screen, that's where I watch any YouTube channels that I'm into. So if I watch your channel, that's where I watch. What's on there at the moment, this is Generation Pixel, who was nominated YouTuber of the Year in the YouTuber of the Month gaming community. So congratulations to him, that's fantastic. So he now has the burden of doing a monthly YouTuber of the Month. Sucker! No, he's a really good, great channel. Absolutely love his stuff. So that's good. And some other ones you can see down the bottom, the sort of things. So Joe, that's Joe Gaming Girl down the bottom as a recommendation. Desert Island Games, oh, that's Retro Bear, whatever. The other one, always worth mentioning, Sai, Ginger Hippie Gaming. His stuff's really good as well. I'm just messing about with my tripod in the background here. Right, let's have a look at these shelves. So these corner units, I got the big one obviously, and it actually goes all the way over there past the bathroom door, and that's where my DVD collection is. I don't see my DVD collecting as new. That area needs sorting out. That's where I've got a CRT and an N64, but obviously that is unsightly and dysfunctional. So, but that unit's too big to go sideways there, so that needs changing there. But there's my DVD collection. I'm not going to go into mood because that's just something, I never stopped collecting them, do you know what I mean? So I don't see that as retro. So from the top, left to right, and in all honesty, as you guys know, I'm currently recollecting. I'm not showing you a massive collection that I've already got. I am slowly trying to recollect the memories from my past. So some of what you're looking at, in all honesty, is just filling space at the moment. At the top there, right at the top, the little white box you can see behind that AT-AT Walker is behind the AT-AT Walker picture. Is that's just the polys for my +3, so I am going to be chasing the original box and outer sleeve for the Chartbuster pack. Going down on the left there then, those are my original widescreen pre-digitally remastered VHS box set, and next to it is the special edition Star Wars Trilogy signed by David Prowse, again my original ones. But that is just, that's just shelf filling space next to that. That's a TIE Bomber from when they re-released the prequels, just the box. The TIE Bomber belongs to one of my boys, it's not even mine. But sitting on top of it is my original X-Wing. I've got my original Snowspeeder up there. So, into the middle then, at the top, you've got, and people are going to be going, what the heck's that there? I need to reveal why I love the Atari Flashback 9. And it is specifically the 9 and not the 9 Gold that I just think is a really good pickup. I bought that brand new for the family in inverted commas a couple of Christmases ago, and it became mine, and I knew it would, because while the boys did have a bit of fun with it, really they weren't that interested. But I will unpack why I know people aren't fans of those flashbacks. There's a couple of things that make that one worthwhile. Okay. Just Thrustmaster, I mean, that's just filling space, as is Slave 1. So let's get down onto the more exciting shelves. And excuse the Christmas lights, I still haven't taken down. So that there, next shelf down, should I get a bit closer actually? That's better. So this shelf here is currently inadvertently the Spectrum shelf. So what we've got, other than a bottle of vodka, and there is a reason why that's there, which will be revealed in future. I've got the manuals for the ZX Spectrum, and I think the Acorn Electron as well. No, that's down there. So this is all Spectrum books. Then I've got my accidental Zosia. So these are modern Spectrum games being made in the modern day, and I've collected 4 of them so far, and I will be reviewing those probably quite soon whilst hitting this. So that's the plan there. And then we've got the Solid Gold pack, Driller, there's another multi-pack there, Robocop, into some +3 discs that you can't quite see there, and then into that massive pickup of cassettes that I got, which you can see details of a few videos back. And the +3, sorry, not the +3, the wonderful 48K that I got off Godfrey. Tucked away behind that is an RMC calendar, because you've got to have one of those. And moving into the middle then, the DS box really is again up there just to fill some space, but if I focus, these are hard to focus on because there's a light hitting them, so bear with me while I give you a bit of a shaky cam just to get rid of that spotlight. But that is the collection of video pack games that I have at the moment. And then you can see below there the video pack, which I still need to get working, but in pride of place there, the video pack, that's the first console, not this exact one, but that's the first console our family had as kids, and I absolutely fell in love with it. And Munchkin there, which is a Pac-Man clone, was my all-time favorite game on that system, so I really do need to get that working. I just need to build an RGB mod for it is all I need to do, hopefully. Right, going back up to the top shelf, this is mostly my Amiga collection. There's some other crap stuffed away behind, just like blank discs and stuff, and magazine discs, a tower of magazine discs actually. If I move these out of the way, that's what that is, tower of magazine discs, and then just boxes of discs there. But these are my Amiga games here. So you can see the boxes there, so that's great. So that collection is really coming along because essentially you've got that shelf, the next shelf down, and then another shelf. I've actually got more Amiga games than I have +4 games or Xbox 360 games. It really has just taken off. It's fantastic. And there's more on the way, but no spoilers because they're not here yet. Next down then, we'll go this way and then we'll swing back. This is the centerpiece of these shelves, if you like, even though it's not in the center. This is what I would refer to as my day one collection. The first day I ever got an Amiga, as you will have known if you followed my story. We went to London, got the Amiga 500 Batman pack. They threw in the 10-star games pack, so that's what you can see here. So I've got the Batman pack here, got all the original discs in it and everything. This is a repurchase. These are all repurchases. Flipping it, I tell you, I need a new mortgage. But Batman pack, the games that were in the Batman pack, this was all original, paired up. I haven't recreated this pack. 10-star games pack. And so that's what I originally got back in the day. And then my brother also sprang for Star Wars Trilogy, so I've got that there as well. And this magazine, again, those of you who followed me for a while, Amiga Format issue 3, really is sort of the genesis of my Amiga journey in terms of going to the Computer Shop show, which is advertised in that magazine, and that's where we went and got that wonderful bundle. So that's my day one. That is that is day one of my life in Commodore Amiga, which is great. Okay, while we're talking about Amiga then, since we're here, let's go down to the shelf below and you can see there the rest of the games. So that collection really is coming along nicely, and especially the number of flight sims I've got between that and the upper shelf up there, I'm really excited about. Right, let's flick back across here. Well, again, this is really just filling shelf space at the moment, but just my PSVR box, the A1200, really it's an A1200 case box, but that's what my A1200 was wrapped in for my birthday. PS4 box in the back, and oh yeah, so this was a Christmas pickup. Nano blocks, my goodness, these are annoying when you're about 40 years old to put these together. They're tiny, man. I had to use my reading glasses for these, I tell ya. But yeah, it's a little Pac-Man unit. Looks better on the box than it does in actual thing, but it was good fun. Little Christmas Day thing. So there we go. Okay, down this side, that is sort of miscellaneous PC games there that we've got. Most of those given by my mate Tim, featured in a video from way back, way back. In the middle, another Amiga game, Shadow of the Beast 2, boxed, already featured in another video, another pickup video. And now down here is sort of, this isn't really retro because none of this has gone out of service in my house or in my life, if that makes sense. So I've just edited out a COF Xbox 360 collection here. Some of these are the boys, including our Wii collection, Wii GoldenEye, which I need to feature that because apparently a lot of you haven't seen the Wii GoldenEye with the golden controller, so I'm happy to unpack that. That is mine, and my PS4 collection. So look, my PS4 collection, even if I include digital only, is not as big as my Amiga collection, and that is the way it should be. So then swinging round to the middle again then, that is the Acorn Electron collection at the moment, which I'm happy with. Those Acorn soft boxes, fantastic. I've started to reshape some of those. Hopefully you can see some of those on the left there are in better shape than some of the others, so that's coming along nicely. Just take things slowly personally. And then in the middle, that's a bit of a mishmash. Some of my new old stock joysticks, PC games like X-Wing, and then just a sort of hash of magazines, computer magazines and stuff there. And then the bottom shelves really are nothing to talk about. Usually this is where I stash stuff that I'm still waiting to feature on the video. There's a dot matrix printer down there. There's a box of discs that I've got off Nick, as in just random Amiga discs. Most of them are pretty crusty and will probably just be used as coasters because they're really that bad. Some are okay, some are not. And then some of this is what I'm about to show you next, in terms of Christmas pickups. So that Amiga 500 is just an empty case and a broken keyboard. That's all that is. So just bits and bobs that may come in useful later on. That's my original Scout Walker, and that's my original ATAT Walker, and and that's my original cuddly toy right over there that I got from Wales when I was about 4. So there you go. Oh dear. Crazy. Right, let's have a look at these pickups. I'll do it here if you like. We'll do it here. So let me just reorientate and we'll go from there. Okay, that's just a shot I've thrown together. We'll go with that. See what you think. I won't always do it from here. Too many YouTubers sit in front of their shelves. But I know that sometimes there's value in that because people just look across the shelves. They ignore me and not listen to what I'm saying, and they're just the memories of seeing something on the shelf that they used to have as a kid, you know, takes them back, and so there's value in that as well. So maybe I'll mix it up. Let's do the pickups, then I'll talk about some of the plans I've got for this year. That's probably the way to go. Okay, so first and foremost, you may have remembered ages ago, Shane, one of my mates over here, he printed out and laminated some of those wonderful Amiga posters that you can get online, and I finally, for Christmas, was given a frame that fits this one. So that's going to have to go up somewhere. Definitely need to mount that. So I'm really happy with how that's turned out. I had to trim the lamination down a little bit to fit it in, but that definitely needs to go on the wall. Probably not over here, probably over there on the desk, because obviously if I'm over here, well, you can see the Batman pack itself, and you can never replace that. So there's only a couple of other things to show you really. I've got the Rmc Christmas Calendar you already saw. So Christmas presents, retro related, obviously not going to show you everything. Don't forget, by the way, my wife rewrapped that box. I suddenly realized it was missing. She rewrapped that box for Christmas just to remind me that I'd already had my main Christmas present, which was the A1200. It was a Christmas birthday joint present and 25th wedding anniversary, because it was quite expensive. So I had to unwrap that again. I didn't film it that time, but I did get A-Team DVD complete box set. Fantastic. Really happy with that. And I did get given, so this is just retro related Christmas gifts right now. Done the frame, but I did, and we've done the Pac-Man, the Nano Blocks Pac-Man, unit. But I did get, given this, you would have seen this as I panned around earlier. Now, so this is from Aldi. Lots of places have sold these. So it's a retro styled boombox, and I will do a video on this. I know they're terrible, but you know where I'm going with this. All I'm interested in is, can I load Spectrum and Acorn Electron tapes from it? Because the more robust a solution I find for that, the better. I'm still struggling with that other one I got from a charity shop, because I'm still struggling with getting a feed from my phone when I need to run from an image. On the Spectrum, it's so freaking picky. You forget how picky the Spectrum is about the level of gain. So will this help me? I'm really hoping it does. Other than that, I've actually done a quick test, and it's not bad as a Bluetooth speaker. It's quite tinny, and it's not bad as a cassette player. If you watch Technoman channel, if you're into audio stuff, he'll tell you that it's crap, and of course it is crap if you've got that good ears. But I've never been that particularly for something just in the background to just mess about with and look like something authentic in the background of videos, but still be able to play some music when I feel like it. It's not a bad solution for this room at all. So yeah, it has its purpose, but I'm really hoping I can load games, and if I can do that through Bluetooth, even better. Because then I can load tape images as well. This is what I picked up off Godfrey yesterday. So in here we've got, and there will be plans for the A1200 going forwards. That's an original light set, so from the original case, but I've now put the brand new one in. So that's fine. We've got a PC MCIA compact flash adapter, so that will be useful. And so this is stuff he forgot to give me. And I wasn't expecting it, but he forgot to give me when I got the A1200 off him. And we've got a beautiful badge. Now I do have plans, which I won't spoil now. Let's just focus on that. Well, how does that work when I put my finger in front of the lens? There we go. Can you see that? Can you see that? No, you can't see that. It's not focusing properly on it. But anyway, what it is... Oh, you do this trick, don't you? Isn't that what you do? Stupid thing. I don't know. But anyway, it's a beautiful looking silvered Commodore badge. It says A1200 -30. So for an 030, which is what I have. So that's nice. That's very nice. And then I went around the charity shops with Godfrey, and well, actually only one of these was from that trip. Two of these were local. And this is where you're going to unsubscribe. What have we got? We've got Yoga for Your Back audiobook. We've got a Sibsus, I don't know what that is. Dual cassette, fantastic. And we've got Going Within by Shirley MacLaine, meditation for relaxation and something else, and stress reduction. Yeah, I'm going to review all of these. No, I'm not. Tip. I got a tip from David, Retro Games Play Badly. When he saw the state of some of my 10-star games pack, the cases are cracked, and he said, in charity shops, look out for dual cassettes, audiobooks especially. And I picked these up for 50 cents a piece. All I want is the cases. So this is going to be great. And one of these will be the case, probably this one, because this one is mint. This is totally minty fresh. Hardly any scuffs on it at all. So this will be the one that I put the game that I'm making, which Shoot 'em Up Construction Kit, which is the prize for Rich this year. So that's great. So really good way to pick up, really good tip. So thank you, David, from Retro Games Play Badly for that tip, because that is really helpful. So yeah, in terms of things for this year, had a bit of a shake up towards the end of last year. Just one of those couple of events. And I had one last year as well, but anyway, just enough events now, and I know it happens to all of us at this time in life, where you really have to sort of reorientate yourself and go, right, what do I actually want to get out of life? That is nothing to do with my health, don't worry. And I really enjoy doing this stuff, and so I think I just want to look for ways to expand on it. And I also, it's interesting playing with Shoot 'em Up Construction Kit. I know my strengths and my weaknesses, and making games is not a strength, but I've always wanted to be in that arena. So thinking about things like that, maybe I assemble a team and get some games projects off the ground, that kind of thing. And anything I do like that, if it's relevant to this channel, I will obviously include you guys. Yeah, just a real sort of, let's just reset, reevaluate, and look, if you had childhood dreams, well, guess what? There's only one person that can make them come true, and it's you. And so you just have to choose to do whatever you can do. They're not all going to come true. I wanted to be a fighter pilot. Well, guess what? Mid-40s, I'm not going to be a... Well, you never know. But you know what I mean. You just got to get out there and do it. And there are they're small dreams, really. And I think a lot of people, this is what I observe, they're now dabbling with things like making games and stuff like that because they wanted to do that. And life has sort of taken them on a different path. And now is the time to come full circle and go, do you know what? Stuff that. Even if I only do it once, that's something I want to do in my lifetime. So let's do it. Let's get on with it. 2022. I don't give a shit what it throws at us. It's going to be a good one. Cheers. Thanks for watching.